She's still wearing that. That's what Daemon got her.
It is well fortified against any future Dornish incursions. And though my suit may be lesser...
Oh, these are all her suitors. He's like, can I go now?
Did you think my great-grandmother is beautiful as they say?
This was half a century ago, Princess.
Yes, it was.
Wow.
The man is older than my father. It's unseemly for him to put himself forward as a contender for my hand.
Next.
We're getting both extremes. The oldest and the youngest. Back to back.
And now a child.
The Blackwoods are an ancient house with a formidable army.
Protection? The princess has a dragon, you dumb cunt.
Oh, wow. That's so unnecessary.
Braven.
Uh-oh. We're pulling swords?
We're leaving.
She said we're out.
She that steal, you twat!
Oh, wow. Oh, did he kill the kid? Oh! That's what you get for talking. You should have just kept your mouth shut. That's what you get. I love that. I was so concerned for the kid. You made the Blackwoods proud. Was that his house name? Blackwoods?
How do you think he would take it?
Do you speak of how you rejected every suit his grace put before you, or how you abruptly ended the tour with 2 months remaining?
It has to be Daemon. I don't know who else. I mean, it could have been Rhaenyra on Sea Smoke, but I doubt it. Yeah. He's such... That was so unnecessary. He didn't have to do that.
Are you?
He's just being a jerk. I don't think he knew Rhaenyra was on that boat, though. He probably did know. Everyone's like, no, Daemon's back. We need to see what's happening. He's like, you're not supposed to be back yet. What are you doing here? Dude, Otto, go sit down somewhere. Like, he even stands. He stands there all high and mighty. Did you? He cut his hair. Why? Why would you do that? To walk into the throne room wearing a crown is crazy. No one's gonna address the elephant in the room?
You wear a crown.
Okay, there we go.
Do you also call yourself king?
Once we smash the Triarchy, they name me King of the Narrow Sea. But I know that there is only one true king, Your Grace.
Okay, good job. I'll say you're always just trying to cause problems. I wonder how Otto used to rule. Or not rule, I'm sorry. But I wonder if he was always like this, even when he served with Jaehaerys. Because in the books, it really didn't... It just said that he was Jaehaerys' hand before Viserys's, so...
Rise.
I wonder if he was always trying to scheme against King Jaehaerys as well. That's good.
Mother, she had no regard for custom or tradition, rules.
Yeah, she didn't.
And I, sadly, was no great warrior.
Congratulations on your victory.
The side-eye.
Perhaps Prince Daemon would care for a tour of the gallery. He hasn't yet seen the new tapestries gifted to you by Novus and Quahor.
Would you like to see the tapestry?
Yeah, Daemon doesn't care about that.
I'd like to see them.
Oh, well, then you should not deprive yourself.
Dang. All right, Dad.
I shall enjoy them alone.
Alicent, you could go with her, or not. We're trying to amend fences here, or amend friendships.
I enjoyed it for as long as I could.
It is rare for girls in this realm to get a choice between 2 suitors, no less 2 score of them. I think it's rather romantic.
How romantic.
You're just saying that because you didn't get a choice.
Imprisoned in a castle and me to squeeze out to heirs.
Dang. Dang. That one hit. that hit a little too close for her. Her lip quivered and everything.
How angry is he?
I mean, he literally gave you the side eye and told you to take a hike, basically.
Yes.
So.
Frustrated.
Yeah, frustrated.
I find I have few friends lately. I like to believe I'm still the Lady Alicent, but
Everyone just sees her as the
all
queen.
anyone sees when they look at me now is the Queen.
Yeah.
Mature, perhaps.
You've matured yourself these last 4 years, Princess.
4 years. Oof. If it's been 4 years, that means Alicent has had her other kid, and most likely her third born child. Yeah. I never really thought about that. That's probably one of the big reasons why she doesn't want to get married. And she doesn't. Daemon's the only person she's brought that up with, so.
If House Velaryon entered into an alliance with the Free Cities, then we would have to seek our own marriage pact.
Alright, you have Aegon. He should be, what, 6 now? If he was 2 in the last episode, it's been 4 years. Yeah. Exactly what Rhaenyra does not want.
Good night, Sir Kristen.
Sleep well, Princess.
I wonder when the Kingsguard sleeps. How to get to the tunnels through the Red Keep. She's like, I've lived here my whole life. Never knew this was here. Well, that answers our question about why he came back. That's actually pretty cool. Man, not even just out in the open? Just on the street?
Fuck off, boy. He called me boy.
She's like, they don't know who I am. I mean, yeah, being like royalty your whole life, I'm sure it'd get old pretty soon. And she was just talking about to Kristen about how she would trade places with, or was that Alicent?
You wish to know your death, child?
Oh no. About how she could switch places with one of like the regular people in the town. Was that Kristen or was that Alicent? I'm not sure. Oh, dude, your hand. Yeah, those fingers are gone.
Let me take that.
Yeah, be gentle with him.
Mike! Slander!
Like, jeez.
Male.
Good try.
Everyone should be the heir.
Good try, Rhaenyra.
Their wants are of no consequence.
They're of great consequence if you expect to rule them one day.
That's true.
4 Copper Street rat in King's Landing we pay for our pleasures. Hey, stop! Boy! Wait, I'll find him.
Yeah, I'm about to say, you're not the princess right now. You gotta pay for stuff.
And who might you be running from now?
It's the Hobbit.
Princess.
Of course she runs into Harwin.
You take care, boy. Next time you might not be so lucky.
Pardon me, Your Grace. The king has requested your presence.
Are they asleep in separate rooms? Oh.
The hour is quite late.
Yes, Your Grace.
She's like, yeah, and the king called for you. Poor Alicent. She's just enduring it. That's terrible. There we go. Comes the princess. With her uncle. Yeah, but they're Targaryens, so... That's so weird that everyone's just watching. Okay.
Our marriage is a duty. Yes.
Poor Alicent. Daemon needs to bring Alicent down. That's who needs to go down there. Oh, I feel bad for her. So in the books, it was really unclear. Well, the book wasn't written by like, you know, Rhaenyra or Viserys or any of them. It was like a bunch of stories from the Maesters of like their teaching, or not really their teachings, but their experience and stuff with the kings. And then one of the guys' name was Mushroom, which he was a jester in the court, so he got to see a lot of stuff. And basically what the book was, it was just like an amalgamation of all the information they had. And no one really knew for sure whether Rhaenyra and Daemon were together, or, well, let me be quiet, I can't say that part. But it was very unclear whether Rhaenyra and Daemon were actually like into each other when she was younger, or if Rhaenyra was trying to go after somebody else and Daemon was just teaching her the ways of how to pleasure a man by like bringing her down here and stuff like that. Oh, he can't do it. It's like, no, I can't. You just leave her there with her pants down? Who's this kid? Ew. Where are the rat catchers? You came back in through the front?
Yeah.
He's like, wait. He's like, wait a second.
I shall alert the Lord Commander. Thank you.
Okay, I can finish my story now. Well, I'll wait until it's confirmed. Okay, so now that it's confirmed, in the book, it was unsure. So some people were saying that Daemon and Rhaenyra were together, like when she was younger, and you know, Daemon was pretty much like manipulating her and taking her to like, you know, was it Silk Street or whatever it's called, and you know, like the whorehouses and all that other stuff. But then there were other accounts that were saying that Daemon was taking her to all these places. That way she can learn how to pleasure a man and learn how to basically win over Sir Kristen, like what she's doing now. And that Daemon wasn't actually interested in her when she was younger. So I like how they're doing it in the show, because it's like, you know, a lot of people saw her there with Daemon and like they were about to start, you know, they were about to get together. But now she's here with Sir Kristen. So it's a good way to do it, because like I said, in the book, they're not sure which was true, which it looks like both were true, if we're to go by the show. Let's hope the Lord Commander doesn't stop by to make sure you get your post, Sir Kristen. Yeah, take it off gently so no one hears. You know what's crazy about this too, is that he has to take all his armor and stuff off before any of this happens. So it's like, it's very much consensual. There is no, oh, it just happened. Like, no, this was, you knew exactly what you were doing. Well, at least she's not his aunt, so. But she was about to do it with Daemon, that, so that doesn't make it any better. Oathbreaker? Sir Kristen? No. Yeah. Okay, that's what that boy was doing down there. It's gonna be an awkward conversation to have in the morning. Alright, Otto, what are you planning here? You're in deep thought.
Come.
About what? What are you thinking about? Oh, how to break the news to the king, basically.
I'm afraid it concerns the princess, my king.
Has she been harmed?
Not exactly.
She was carrying on with her uncle. They were engaged in behaviors unbecoming of a maiden. Of a princess.
I like how he was like, the princess was in a pleasure house last night. And he's like, okay, and? I like that he didn't care about that part, but this part is gonna push him over the edge.
You enter my bedchamber, accusing my daughter of something. Now speak it. Plainly.
He said, say it. With your chest.
Daemon and Rhaenyra were seen together. In the bowels of a pleasure den.
He said, say it.
Coupling.
Who is responsible for this gossip?
You'll have their
Have
tongue.
this rumor monger brought before me at once, and I will take their
Oh, his eyes.
We must maintain trusted sources of information, and this...
But you still need to tell him who it was. Why are you keeping secrets from the king? You can say that, you know, they've never lied to you before, but tell the king who you're supposed to be serving, who your informant
You're so
is.
sick with ambition that you would have my daughter stalked, spied upon.
Yeah.
Awaiting your best chance to destroy her reputation.
Yeah.
You think yourself a cunning man?
I mean, you married his
Your
daughter.
designs are obvious.
Is it? You married his daughter. So his... Okay. See...
Leave me. Right.
I like how he's like, oh, you think you're so smart? You think you're so cunning? Well, his plan is 80% of the way there. So this conversation should have been had way earlier, like years ago.
Princess.
Can't even look at her.
Princess, I have a message from the Queen.
It's gonna be an interesting conversation.
What happened last night?
What do you mean?
My father has made some worrying allegations about you. That you fucked Damon in a pleasure house.
Unlike her father, she is straight to the point.
This is a vile accusation.
Is it? You Targaryens do have queer customs.
Oh, wow.
I do not know specifically.
What your father did not tell you.
I overheard.
So you are accusing me of slanders?
Technically, she's telling the truth. It did not happen.
Damon never touched me. I swear this to you, upon the memory of my mother.
Position where your virtue could even come into question.
About that. Not even sober enough to... Just... He can barely stand. Where's Viserys? Is he standing in the shadows like Batman? Okay, I heard the door close. Get up, Damon.
Won't you even deny it?
I need to understand the charge before I can attempt to discredit it.
You defiled her.
When we were Rhaenyra's age, we fucked our way through most of the brothels on the Street of Silk.
We were young men. She is just a girl. You are a plague, sent to destroy me.
He said you're a plague.
As long as you are gone from my side for good.
He said don't come back this time. I would kick him again for good measure. Can you fly a dragon drunk? Will he know where to go?
Have you spoken to her?
The picture and hanging up in their room is crazy.
No.
Because of what's going on right now.
She swore to me that she remains a maiden. And I believe her.
Listen, Alicent, you're very trusting, but...
That dagger once belonged to Aegon the Conqueror. Your courtship is at an end. You will wed Selena Velaryon.
Yeah.
So I can be a remedy for your political headaches.
You are my political headache.
Yeah, I mean, he's got you on that one.
I will do my duty as heir and wed Selena. But you must first do yours as king.
It's a fair trade.
Jaehaerys named you hand in Balon's stead.
That's hardly how I viewed it, Your Grace.
Wait, are we trying to say that... Are we trying to say that he killed Balon? What's happening right now?
I will never recover from Emma's death. But Alicent, she took me through the worst of my grief. She was a calculated distraction.
So you knew?
I only now realize how well calculated it was.
That is an absurdity.
I was about to say, if you knew and you played into it, there's no one to be upset about I mean, there's no one to be mad at but yourself. But he just now realized it because of what Rhaenyra said to him.
You were a faithful servant, Otto. The crown and the realm both owe you a debt that can never be repaid.
About time. Good riddance. Are you still standing there?
If not brewed properly, it can either prove ineffective or else bear unpleasant.
Brewed properly.
Yeah, what is that?
I'm sorry, what is that?
It will rid you of any unwanted consequences.
Oh wow, it's a plan B in liquid form. That's crazy. I wonder if she's even gonna drink it. Oh, okay, that's it. All right, so that's it for this episode of House of the Dragon. A lot of stuff happened this episode. Daemon has been banished once again from King's Landing for his deeds with Rhaenyra. It was funny watching Rhaenyra talk to Alicent because she technically wasn't lying all the way. She was telling the truth about like 90% of it. But, you know, her maidenhead was lost to Sir Criston Cole. And it was just funny seeing how awkward he was the rest of the episode. Like, anytime they were in the same room together, he was just, like, looking at her. Just not really sure what to do, like, thinking that they're going to get caught. So, now Rhaenyra is now betrothed to Sir Laenor Velaryon, which we saw that coming. Well, if you read the book, you saw that coming. Sir Otto Hightower is now gone, finally. Like, I'm gonna enjoy it while it lasts that he's finally gone. If they're following the book, I know who the next hand of the king is gonna be, but we'll see what they do for the show. And yeah, it really sucks for Alicent. Like, watching those two scenes back to back where it's like Rhaenyra, where Daemon is teaching Rhaenyra, like, yeah, you can still enjoy yourself, you know, even though, you know, the realm isn't really gonna like having a queen, you know, and everything that you do is gonna be fought against just because you are a girl. But it's like you having to pick a man to marry and to have kids and stuff. He's like, you can still have fun though. And he's like, I'm going to show you how you can have fun. And then on like a complete opposite side of that, which is Alicent being forced to do, like what Rhaenyra said, she's like, being forced to live in a castle and just pump out babies for the rest of my life is not what I want to do. And Alicent is literally living that life, like at the same time. It was a really powerful scene, and it really sucks, like putting their two lives in perspective. And yeah, we're just slowly but surely entering in like little seeds of war of like the Dance of the Dragons and how the two sides are going to be, like what they're going to be fighting for basically. So yeah, it was really interesting. The actor playing Viserys is doing a really good job. I mean, everyone in the cast is doing a great job so far. I have no complaints from the cast. And yeah, all in all, it was a really cool episode. Can't wait for the next one. Next episode is episode 5. So after next episode, we'll be halfway through. So there's got to be at least one more time skip, 1 or 2 more. So we'll see. There was a 6-month gap between the first episode and the second episode. And then in this episode, it's been like, what, 4 years? Right? When Daemon, how long were they fighting in the Stepstones? I forgot. But yeah, so anyway, the war on the Stepstones is over for now. It's been given back to the sea. Daemon's returned home just to get banished again, and Rhaenyra is now engaged. So other than that, thank you guys for watching. I'll see you next time.